Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Stankweasel here, and we have some big updates coming from the Trello board for the Phasmophobia update team. So things that look like they're about to be coming in the next big patch, hopefully here by the end of the year, is going to be replacing the Treehouse Farm shaders. We've talked about that. It's a graphical issue, lights up the night. Cameras on the large maps aren't always turning on. They're cycling without people pressing the button, so it seems like the truck is possessed. Placing tripods is still... I guess buggy is the term for it, but it's an absolute travesty in some cases. Non-VR photos aren't showing in the VR journals still. The rebaking of the school lighting, again, visual updates, but more so graphical issues where we've got overlapping textures, jarring, jagging, things like that. A new leveling XP system is in the works, and this is everything that's now been moved into the in progress, so it should be in the delivery pipeline hopefully sooner than later. The new leveling system that's going to scale your XP per level. And then things like the options button on the server screen. So when we're out there in the main lobby, not having to wait until we're in game in order to scream at each other the entire time, because I find myself with a hot mic having to walk to the corner of the room, stand by either by the lockers or by the truck while everyone's choosing the map. And in VR, that's not so easy because you have to walk up and click on the board. You don't have the luxury of just tapping the space bar to go immediately to the game menu in order to select a level or ready up. The other big pieces that look like they're going to get fixed are clicking on the server arrows with a controller, journal with a controller. Again, controller players are struggling. The input's not too native or intuitive. And then the indication that the crucifix has been used is another big one. So we're talking about the idea of an audio or visible cue that lets you know that of the two charges, did it actually go off without having to run all the way out of the asylum or something like that, and then winding up finding out that, oh, it didn't get checked off, time to go back in and throw that thing again and hope to God that something beneficial happens. Looking for a contract difficulty randomizer being in there, or the contract difficulty selector per se, as opposed to it being random. And then the temperatures not being set correctly when they're in the when you're actually in the ghost room. So you'll go in there, it'll be 15 degrees Celsius or something like that. Come back 2 minutes later, it's 4. So that's being worked on and resolved. My favorite, especially after the last update, where now as a dead player you can troll or assist or be the ghost yourself, the dead body photos haven't been working. So the assumption that we've had in the community where insurance was disabled doesn't seem like it was by intent or by design. It actually came off as a known bug, so that's actually being fixed so that when you do get the photo of a dead body, you will get the portion of your money back, get the insurance payment and things like that, so that there's less penalty and more of a reason for players to stay and not just drop from the lobby if they make a mistake or they play a little too wildly. So right now there's no penalty, and that's kind of a crappy thing when there's nothing stopping you from just leaving. So whether you're just frustrated or you're bored or your team is slow or like you just leave and your stuff's gone, there's no incentive. But if you do have the incentive to stay a little bit longer, assist while dead, and trying to help complete the investigation, it's much more beneficial to me in the community to be able to kind of recap what happened and have that kind of debriefing at the end of the investigation than it is to just say, okay, well, nice playing with you. Maybe I'll see you again if I join XYZ server at 3:30 in the morning. And then also, ghosts have been getting stuck on the dead player bodies. So when they've been pathing around with the latest AI updates, if you die in a precarious position or location, the ghost could theoretically get stuck on your body. So the investigation's been getting held up by whether it's the collision or the physics or whatever the scenario is, by how the ghost AI pathing works in Unity. People have like trapped ghosts in corners, in walls, and things like that. So you'd go back to the kids' room in the Roadhouse or something like that, and it's not there, but then you go like buy a random hallway closet and the ghost is just stuck blinking at you, and you're like, oh, okay. But then you realize, Big Banger 420 or whoever it is that you joined the lobby with is now snapped in half in front of the ghost and they can't get past their big booty. It's a thing. The most exciting thing for me coming up here on the end of the year, especially for those of us who put in a couple hundred hours or so at this point, is the prison level. It is actually in progress. It is showing progress, and boy, is there a ton of discussion around this on the Trello, which is a development tracking board, kind of community input, and then project plan that's just made available for everybody who wants to see. So as fans of the game and as players in the community, we have the opportunity to not only comment, offer suggestions, because there's a lot of requests from the development team as to what would you like to see, what's most important to you, what are the bugs that you're experiencing, what kind of solutions or ideas do you have for certain things. People are going absolutely apeshit with this prison level. And so, I mean, even 39 minutes ago, I think this map needs to be careful of becoming another Asylum. Asylum is great and atmospheric. It's just ruined by the long walks back to the van / the ghost room. I believe designing the map with verticality in mind would be best for gameplay and atmosphere. Each wing could be on a different floor, and the starting truck would be near the entrance with a staircase. This would allow each player to be able to quickly get back to the van and back to the room without those tiring slow walks like Asylum has, and sometimes, if you're depending upon where you are in high school, very similar. Asylum feels big just because of all of the long hauls, but it's almost like unnecessary travel time because most of the activity happens in like 2 or 3 hotspots for most of our experience. So it's like you just try to get to those spots, hope the ghost is there, and everything in between is just kind of like random conversation or just like LOL, we're just walking away casually from a ghost that's hunting us. Other suggestions and requests have been, with a bigger map, does that mean we can have more ghosts? Potentially having multiple hauntings or multiple hauntings of the same type in a single facility. So if your team splits up, which is another thing I'm fingers crossed for, is penalize us for breaking up. If the ghost says it's a group ghost, then it should come after us, or it should punish us for not doing that, rather than sending 4 people to opposite sides of a house with thermometers. Give us a reason to play together, or give us the incentive to not be together. If it's a group ghost, we should have to split up. Make us get out of our comfort zones. I'm down for that. No more truck and van warriors. Let's see, this would be a neat idea. You could even have an underground crypt portion, almost like Skyrim, and some people have referenced the movie The Rock with Alcatraz and having like a tunnel system and things like that. Have an inside and an outside park, like a training ground, basketball court. Also, if you are done making the prison and the apartment, maybe you can make a Paris catacomb theme map. So people are taking the ideas and just throwing more information back out there at the developers, offering up more ideas to benefit the community, expand the game, and just kind of see how far can we, the collective, take it. This game has really blown up a lot, much like the channel, and thank you everyone for all of the love and support lately. Brand new channel, I'm a new tuber, I'm learning from every comment that you guys leave. If you've enjoyed the Phasmophobia updates, gameplay, my failures at Minecraft lately, the live streams, please drop a like, let me know what you like, what can I do better. It's free to subscribe, you can always change your mind, but thank you guys so much. It means the most when the channels are small. But much like with how the development team for Phasmophobia is small, just every comment, every idea, it means the world. And seeing how much positivity and support there is from each person who's offering a suggestion, it's really kind of humbling and wholesome. It's nice to see, especially in a game that really challenges us mentally, challenges us to get out of our comfort zone. We have to communicate. It's a game based around communication. And so, especially with the world being the way it is, it's been kind of refreshing. So those are my thoughts on things. I'll leave the link to the Trello down below. Let me know what you're most excited about. What would you want in the prison? Would you want to have things like a warden who could come after you? The idea of, you walk into a cell and it locks behind you and then someone has to find a key, maybe more keys, variable objectives, like what would it take to restart a generator rather than just flipping a power breaker in a dilapidated prison scenario. What if like there was more ambient alarms and things going off, the sound of someone banging on the bars coming up behind you or something like that. What would stand out and make a prison special to you, especially kind of in the universe of Phasmophobia? So again, thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for checking out the video. Hope to have some information soon regarding the time frame on this, but it seems like everything's still on track, and as long as we keep engaging, much like you guys have been with the content lately, we'll be in good shape, and this game's going to go far. Best 13 bucks I've spent this year. Thanks everyone for checking out the video. Happy end of 2020. I hope your holidays and everything beyond go fantastically well, and happy hunting. I'll see you guys in game.